I think we're good now. I really hope so. All right. So if there's any reverb, I'm not going to be able to hear it, so just let me know in the chat. But I wanted to come on here and say hello, ask you guys some questions about like what kind of content are you looking for? What are you tired of seeing? Like, what is your, I don't know, your issues with true crime creators, with, missing persons and cold cases? Who do you like? Who do you follow? So that I can kind of get a feel, because I'm obviously new, and there's some creators that I don't even know about until like someone says, "Hey, have you checked out this person and their videos lately?" And I'm like, "Nah, I have no idea who they are." So, yes. Hi, Chrissy. Okay. So while I'm waiting on that, because there is like a 5-second delay, I think, and I don't really know how to change that. I wanted to show you guys that FBI divers are still searching like the creek areas in San Antonio. And there is a new lead. So I'm kind of wondering and speculating on what that is, because I have not updated recently on anything. I've been kind of busy today making videos and things like that. So let me get my chat box connected so y'all can see. Okay, cool. Right on. All right. Can y'all guys hear me? Everything's good? Echo, echo. Echo, echo. Okay, good deal. I'm waiting on people to respond. You gotta respond. Or there's no point in doing the live, right? That's weird. Cool. Okay, so while people are slowly trickling in, I know it's 4:30 Central, my time. There was a lead tipped in to the San Antonio Police Department where they were starting out around the apartment complex where Lena Kill was last seen, and now they're kind of branching out upwards, like north of the apartment complex that she lived in. And I'm wondering what the new lead was about. Maybe someone saw her. I'm not sure. Sleuth Mom is great. Yep. Yeah, all the arguments. The biggest problem that I have with the recent, you know, arguments with Dawn and Candace is everybody gets so involved and it muddles everything. And I'm sure that any attention that specifically Candace gets is pretty, it feels good. I'm sure it feels good for someone who has raised kids, forever and all that stuff. But it really doesn't do any good because it starts speculation and it takes away from Summer, right? So we definitely don't need that anymore. However, the FBI is probably watching, going, just say one slip up. Let's do this, They're probably watching like a hawk, but still ridiculous to me. So they are looking, getting back to Lena Kill, they are looking a creek in the northwest area of the city. It's about a quarter of a mile long and runs parallel to Hubner Road, about 2 miles from where the 3-year-old was last seen on December 20th. So divers state that they were seen navigating murky waters and deploying new technology that can detect debris in mud and salt. Wow. 12-member diving team are experts at mapping places like creeks. Hey, how does everybody feel about Ziggy and Cher partnering up together? Like, what is your idea on that? What do you think's going on? Do you think it's because maybe Cher lost a lot of contact with Donnie, or maybe, you know, it kind of wavered and then Ziggy got it? Like, what do you think about them two kind of joining forces? Do you think it's helpful? Because I'm cool with either of them. I just didn't know how everyone else felt, you know? And I'm hoping that more creators will jump on panel and kind of give some details about their channel, who they follow, and why they don't follow others, what their problems are, because I think that the Dawn Wells and Candace Wells and Summer Wells information that people have, you know, issues with, the channels that talk about them, I think that it's going to either hurt them or, you know, launch them in the long run, because you're seeing all of these kind of easygoing, more relaxed channels that are starting to just dog the ever-loving shit out of these creators who they used to follow and used to look up to. I'm seeing that even more new creators of true crime are coming up saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to come in and I'm going to change the face of YouTube and true crime, because people are getting doxxed. They're not really covering the cases that they should, covering the missing children that they should. So you're seeing this kind of great divide of, you either have the yin of really trying to find these missing people, missing children, or, you know, helps have solve cold cases, help solve them, or at least web sleuth on it, right? And then you have the yang of, let's create drama in the name of maybe finding tips or maybe getting more information. Like, it's the more extreme versus the, you know, let's do it by the book. Hi, Austin. Yes, I do. How are you? Yeah, the more that everyone works together without the drama is better, says Chris. And I agree. It's just not always going to be that way. I think the great divide has happened, and it's probably going to take some time and maybe even some unfortunate YouTube policies that are pushed. That's just me. I think, especially with some of the creators out there that will not be named, that are outrageous and has a criminal background. I think that a lot of people who have already complained to YouTube and their channel has been muted, I think that once that person's channel either gets completely demolished and that person can't come back on, either things are going to get a lot better or things are going to get a lot worse, because of the way that the followers of that person have been so, you know, stout on his beliefs and what he does. And then you're just going to have a recreation of that. So what do? You either, I guess, join the yin or the yang, right? And it's very interesting. We'll see how it plays out, but definitely Summer Wells' case being solved or a new tip coming through would really help, I think, calm down the community if law enforcement would really be diligent, because really this is all just a reaction of Summer Wells not being found, especially with the Ying. And we just need better creators that are not in it for, helping other creators monetize on the backs of these cold cases. Like, true crime is supposed to be a very passionate place where you can help them and their families get either justice or help in any way, shape, or form try to figure out what's going on and why their case is either cold or why their children or loved one is missing. And what you're seeing is joining forces with other shitty creators that I think red herring everybody, and they have this narrative that they get together and kind of feed everyone. And I'm talking about the top creators, or the ones that have the most notoriety. And I think it's a game. I mean, I think there was a YouTube video that came out that said that there was basically these top creators getting into these groups and talking about their next step, kind of like, political steps, when you have the Republicans and the Democrats kind of talking together to see where they are and kind of work together on certain laws to be passed. You know what I mean? It's a political agenda. And I feel like some of the big top creators about true crime are doing that. And then, don't get me wrong, there are true crime creators that the ones that are monetized and that have a lot of subscribers and views are wonderful. I'm not saying that all top dog true crime content creators that are monetized are doing this, but I do think that some of them are working together. The more drama mama ones are working together to create all of this chaos to get more monetization for each other by acting like they're fighting each other. And in the meantime, the family or the missing person in question is not being, reviewed or really looked at. They might get lucky and someone might slip up. Let's just say Don Wells saying something that he shouldn't have. But at the end of the day, what you're really doing is shitting on a case that means something to a lot of people. Hi, Cat Chats, Crime and Coffee. I hope that you jump on my panel soon. I'm going to get StreamYard. I don't know if you can jump on StreamYard without YouTube connected to see, but I think I'm just going to start one and let someone join in and then enable the mic on theirs so that they can talk, because that's really, I don't know how to connect this to Streamlabs. So I'll do that here in a little bit, but I really want new creators and or not so new, I don't really care. Anyone that has an opinion on anything true crime, please come up and we'll talk about stuff. Right. It's more about their channel. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to get really quick just to recap on Lena Kill. They're still going up these creeks, so I think that they're working their way from south to north on these little creeks to try to find her. And they might. I mean, some of the theories going around is that she was in fact abducted, and typically when a child is abducted and something happens to them, someone wants to harm them, usually it's done within a very short amount of time, and then they're discarded or placed somewhere around a 50-mile, I think it said 40 or 50-mile radius per the FBI reports about the typical nature of child offenders and people who harm children. So if she's not at the residence of the person that might have taken her, she's probably somewhere within a 50-mile radius. So I think they said that this was 12 miles. Let me see. They didn't say, but the creek is about, again, a quarter of a mile long and runs parallel to Hubner Road, where the 3-year-old was last seen. Oh, 2 miles, 2 miles. So we're barely touching the surface on where Lena Kill could be, right? 2 miles is not very far compared to 50 miles. So Let's see what it says. Doesn't say anything about the lead, but I wonder where it came from. It says that they'll get as far as they need to get to the lead they're aiming for. So maybe they're making their own lead. I don't know. It doesn't sound good. I don't know about y'all, but did y'all see the what is it, the playground that she was abducted from? It's really tiny. Awesome cat chats. I understand. I forget that you're on the other side of the world from me. So I totally get it. I'm going to be doing some, hi 12-step woman. I'm going to be doing some morning lives at 9 or 10 a.m. Central Time. I don't know what time that is for you. It's probably in the wee hours of the morning. Or maybe really, really late at night. But maybe I'll catch you there. So where was the... Oops, that's a different story. Villas del Cabo apartment complex, 9400 Fredericksburg Road. I wanted y'all to see this playground. It's tiny. So, I mean, I could totally get how, you know, someone might have abducted her, or she ran off really quickly. Satellite. You can't even see, like, that's how tiny it is. It's right here. It's tiny. So I get it. So I think the apartment complex is that way. See over that tree? I'm pretty sure. So she was supposed to follow her mom back to the apartment complex, and she went into the house, and then when she went back out to see if she was following her, she was gone. So, 12-step woman, I am going to make you a mod. My mods are not here today, or not right now. So you get the privilege of being my mod, if that's okay with you. Cool deal. Okay, 6 hours ahead. So you might be able to collaborate sometime. Yes, we were talking about Lena Kill. Oh, that's right. That's right. She's going to the spa. Well, you have a good time. Enjoy your time. So I'm just surprised that no one saw anything. There's a tennis court right here. The apartments, people are overlooking it right here. Like there's windows, so maybe somebody saw her. There's windows going up against that playground. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think somebody either took her or, you know, Mama's lying. Hi, with my planties. I'm also going to make you a mod, just in case it gets a little squirrely in here, which I doubt. I usually don't have more than like 20 people in here. Wet My Planties has been my resource gal. She is wonderful. She has been sending me great information to help me out. And I appreciate it so much. All right. So anyway, going back to this again. They are looking for her 2 miles away from her home in a creek. And again, I think that they're working from south to north. I was listening to the police scanner yesterday in San Antonio. And let me tell you guys, they are working. Hi, Lady CG. Yes, I am from DFW, Texas. They are really working nonstop here. Their They are coordinating with each other on ATVs, dive teams. You could hear them on the radio making sure that, resources are spread out enough because San Antonio is high crime. So I'm really, really proud of, I think his name is McManus. Anyway, the chief of police, Police Chief William McManus. Yes, he is doing a wonderful job on this case with Lena Keel. I think that he has a sixth sense that he does not want media bashing him or his police department, because that's the last thing he needs, especially with the amount of crime that goes on in San Antonio and the lack of resources that they have to be able to even handle what they can. So, oh wow, you are from Houston. That's amazing. I miss Washington. I don't miss the weirdness of Washington, but I do miss going and camping and hiking and going to the certain reserves and all that stuff. I was supposed to do it last year, but COVID, that was canceled. And I don't think that we're going to be going anywhere soon. So, all right, the police are treating this disappearance as a disappearance, not a kidnapping. Although police have asked the FBI to deploy a child abduction rapid response team. That is beautiful. This is why I love this man, because you can ask the FBI to deploy that section of the FBI. It's a specific group of experts on missing children who have been abducted. They are experts. I think there's only about 30, maybe less now. From the report that I read in 2005, there was 30 to 32 experts from around the world that get together and help kind of figure out, okay, what's going on, what happened. And I think they also reach out to other resources that they have, to see if maybe it's the parents. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive that this abduction rapid response team has worked on Summerwells. I can't say that for sure, but I'm pretty sure, allegedly, that they are. It would make sense. I haven't seen anything, but maybe y'all have. I think he's handled the pressure well. I commend him. Me too. He says, I like that he's compassionate. He's like, I wish that I could give you better news. I wish that I could give you, more, but all I have is this lead, and we're doing what we can. Hey, Turtle Girl. Charlotte, North Carolina. I went to North Carolina once or twice, and I love it, but I have really bad allergies. That's why I'm so nasally year round. And when I'm in North Carolina, I sound like a squeaky toy because I'm allergic to pretty much everything North Carolina has. But I think it's gorgeous up there, and I love the history, of North Carolina. They are really proud of that. So it was very interesting to learn what I did. Yeah, the father breaking down and crying was at first I was kind of like, this is sketch, and then I was like, oh, I feel so bad. I get it. Everyone's different. I keep flip-flopping, but I do feel like the mom might, if we were to see what the mom was doing, that would help. That would help a lot. The little penguin Wheezy in Toy Story. That's exactly how I would sound. Or like those, I wonder if it's in here. My mom's dogs. My mom lives with me. She recently moved in, and her dogs are these huge boxer greyhound pit bull mixes. And Boris and Tasha is the name of them, from Rocky and Bullwinkle. And Boris, the big one, he has a squeaky toy named Jimkins. I don't know how we came up with that name, but it squeaks, those little rubber chickens. So throughout the house, you'll hear this damn rubber chicken. It's so funny. But yes, that's what I would sound like in North Carolina. Wow, the Muslim community and Crime Stoppers offer a combined $150,000 reward on Lena. Wow. I didn't really know where the 150K was coming from, but now I know it's from the Muslim community, which is beautiful. That's awesome. That is awesome. The San Antonio Islamic Center initially started the 10K reward before receiving multiple donations for 100,000. You have to admit that the community, the Muslim community, sticks together. They do what you got to do. They're very family oriented compared to a lot of Americans who are kind of individualistic in their ways until something tragic happens, or whatever, or they need something from someone. We're very individualistic people for the most part, in my opinion, but they are not. Family is everything, and it used to not be that way here. We used to be very family oriented back in the day, and I don't know what happened. I do. But anyway, that's really it. That's really it on Lena. I wish that, we had better news. But we don't. Lady CG says the Muslim community is always the first to come to aid in my city. Wow. Yeah. Same here. I'm in Dallas-Fort Worth area, and they always come to the rescue or aid for anyone that's being discriminated against in the Muslim community, especially in schools, especially children. They're very good about making sure that they're taken care of. And the biker groups. Oh, DFW, we're the South, baby. Biker groups are like pretty much our mafia without the mafia title. So they've been known to make sure that people who are bullied, are put in their place respectfully. All right. So hopefully this little girl will be found soon. I really hope so. Cat Chats Crime. I just read that article from 43 minutes ago, and it did say that they deployed the abduction rapid response team. So I don't know if that's true. I would think that they wouldn't have asked to deploy that if they didn't think so. So I don't think so. I think people think it's not an abduction because of the other stories like Harmony Montgomery, which, speaking of, the uncle, Kevin Montgomery, which I found him on Facebook, he has not responded to my questions, but that's okay because Nerdy Addict to the Rescue has helped with that. He is probably my favorite Twitter tweeter. He's very quick and thorough. It's amazing. I can't even get my ducks in a row for an hour and a half in the mornings. Maybe two. So he's just really good about being thorough. I'm trying to see if there's anything new about... Uh-oh, there's a child alert. I'll have to come back to that. Excuse me. I know, where are these children? I am going to... Sorry. I'm going to try to start a 501c3 where we collect clothes, toys, and anything related to the family members that need, basic necessities, and then also maybe a little bit outside of that, like, again, toys and hygiene and stuff to keep their mind kind of occupied. I'm going to try to start that that organization to donate these items to the families, because we have to remember that it's not just the mom or the dad or the grandma, whoever's taking care of that child. They have sisters. Some of them have brothers or cousins. Some families are closer than others, and they are just as devastated as the parents are, or the grandparents are. And so they need help too. So anything that, I can do to help them feel better or have one less thing off of their plate, I would love to be able to give back. And so I am in the process of collecting and donating my own things as much as I can. And I have a photo of what I've gotten so far. Mind you, I have not even applied yet, but I'm in the process of doing so. I just want to make sure that my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted. Let me see if I can find my picture. Oof. Yeah. This is a room full of toys, clothes, just donated items so far. It's full. I can't even walk in there yet. I have to go through all this stuff. So, if or when I become monetized, a lot of, the monetization that I do get is going to be heavily donated to one or multiple places that deal with missing children, cold cases, and things like that, and missing persons. Yeah, thank you, Kat. As soon as I get everything dealt with, I'm an accountant, by the way. That's what I do for a living. And so the beginning of the year is always frantic all the way until April, obviously for tax and, all that good stuff. Year end, closing the books. So I picked a hell of a time to come up with this idea and then try to navigate through it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That's what I said I was going to do, and I'm going to do it. So, Harmony. Everyone knows about the Harmony Montgomery case. Heartbreaking. I've made 5 videos today and a few yesterday about how disgusting this whole thing is. So the uncle of Harmony came out and stated that he witnessed the aftermath of the abuse. The law enforcement was aware of it. DCYF was aware of it, and really nothing was done. And he said that he is furious at the arrest 2 years too late, which is ironic because that is part of my YouTube video title. When I sent that to him last night. But yeah, he's right. 2 years too late. And it says a flurry of action by authorities in the case of the missing girl has her dad and stepmom behind bars. Which, if you guys don't know, Adam Montgomery, Harmony's father, was arrested on interfering with child custody, which I believe is a misdemeanor, 2 counts of child endangerment, which is a felony, and then aggravated assault for the black eye that was reported by Kevin Montgomery on October 2019. I know from the fear in the chief of police, Aldenberg, I know that he knows that the state of New Hampshire, and specifically the Hillsborough County government, has failed, or at least he should. He's nervous, so he better find this girl. He better find this girl. Not just because to save his ass, but because of what's going to come. I mean, he's got me to deal with a little bit because I've got a lot of reform that I'm working in with Tennessee, Idaho, and now it's going to be New Hampshire. Thank goodness for lawyer friends, right? So it's going, basically, I'm trying to push at least some legislation that will get seen. It's never too late, though, right? We need to push as much legislation as we can to save these babies. And one of them is a national thing. Amber Alerts, I know that they need to be held as an abduction. I don't agree. I think that Amber Alert should be any child that's missing, or make a separate one instead of the Amber Alert. Who went missing and was found? But just, I don't care. Pick a name. The Jenny Alert for missing children instead of just having it on the webpage of exploited and missing children or Facebook. Make it one place for missing children to go to. That's just me. And that is in the works too. I haven't done anything on that yet, but it's going to take a lot because Amber Alert has, ties with the FBI and how to do things, which the FBI just states, here's the best course of action. So I want, FBI and any law enforcement to be directly tied to these things. They're the ones that know, instead of it being separate and having to talk and communicate with each other. Things are just too idiotically handled. That takes too long. There's too many processes. There's too much red tape. Make it simple. Just make it simple. It's not this. It doesn't have to be this difficult. Ugh. Anyway, Kevin Montgomery is effing frustrated. So since New Hampshire authorities declared 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery missing on New Year's Eve, over 2 years after she was last seen by many closest to her, the case has appeared to move with remarkable speed. Well, when it comes to arresting the stepmother and the father and the stepmother, yes, it has been great. They literally pull things out of their ass to make sure that they are at least in jail. I did hear that Kayla Montgomery, or Kayla Rivera, has bonded out at $5,000, but she has to contact the police department every single day. She can't have any contact with Adam Montgomery, the father. She can't use any controlled substances or drink or consume alcohol. So they're very strict. She can't have any firearms. So she's basically in house arrest. She has to stay put, and she can't communicate about anything to anyone. Yay, Lori. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, please remember to like this live and also subscribe if you haven't. Please, please. I am only 250 away from 1,000 subscribers. I would love to go live on my phone instead of have to set up this insane Streamlabs desktop stuff. Because sometimes I just want to talk. I want to talk outside, drink my coffee. I don't want to be glued to this desk that I'm at 8 hours a day as an accountant. Lord. So please, please like and subscribe. So yes, her father was arrested and charged with aggravated assault for the October 2019 incident. And then her stepmother was charged with using food stamps. Did y'all hear about this? Man, she is a liar. So I made a video yesterday saying, oh, Kayla, where you at, girl? You know what's going on. And not only do you know what's going on, but there's something else going on in the background. And the next day she gets arrested for food stamp fraud because she said that the last time she saw her was November or December of 2019. But then why did you keep her on food stamps until June 2021? That is prohibited acts, aka food stamp fraud. Benefit assistance from the state fraud. You nasty girl. You trash. Yuck. So, I'm glad that they're in jail, or at least Adam's in jail. She's bailed out. Her mother stated that she, Kayla, was a great person with a good soul. Yeah, she might be a great person and has a good soul who used fraudulent benefits from a missing girl and had no question about it? Are you sure? And it's really funny that this girl, she had the Eminem's 25 to Life song. And she specifically says, F you, Adam, while she's typing out the lyrics. She typed out the lyrics in the Facebook thing. Oh, girl, you dumb. Rivera. Let's see if she has her Facebook up. Probably not. That's not her. No, she probably took it down now. Yep. She gone. Anyway, yeah. Is that her? No, I'm sorry. She's here. That's her. So look. Right here. It's too late for the other side. Caught in a chase. 25 to Life. Too late for the other side. Yeah. Some of the lyrics are kind of weird though. Like, I gave up my life for you, totally devoted to you while I stayed faithful all this way. This is how I fucking get repaid. Look at how I dress, fucking baggies. It's just, anyway. 25 to Life is really, really ironic. I really think that that might be something that might bite her in the ass later. I hope so. And so, anyway, I was reading this, and look, she says, fuck you, Adam. And I think in the Eminem song, it says another name. This was on November 30th. Okay, November 30th of 2021. Her man had already moved away with another girl from Maine a year ago, who Adam was sleeping in a car with. I think her name was Michelle. You don't make good decisions, girlfriend. Going through divorce. She's going through divorce. But yeah. This was August 19th of 2021. Did you ever stop to think of, hey, my stepdaughter that I used to take care of, I haven't heard from her since 2019. I might want to, instead of use her food stamp benefits, use my fucking brain and call her mother. Join the search. Ask police. Nope, she didn't want to do that. She wanted to pine over her ex-man. So like I said, I hope that the how is the withdrawals going? For not just her but Adam. How's the withdrawals going? Yep. August 3rd. July 28th. August 10th, as long as you don't give up, nothing is over. Yeah. That's all you can see. I mean, questionable shit. Ugh. Pisses me off. I'm sorry. These kind of people. I think we've all, maybe not all of us, but some of us have had drug problems in the past. I have when I was younger. And I don't think it was a problem necessarily. I just, I didn't have kids. I was single. I did what I wanted, and I drank too much, of course. And maybe I did some things here and there that I wasn't proud of, but I made sure that when it was time to get my life together at a certain age, I never backtracked. It was a consistent growing. And if I ever had kids, even when I was younger, I can guarantee you that I would never put drugs in front of them. And so when I see these things, I do understand drug addiction. Believe me, I am an advocate for getting people who are addicted help. I worked at a drug addiction place in where I'm from for, I think, a year. However, when it comes to other babies that are innocent, I don't have it. There's no excuse. Get some help. Get whatever help you can. Crawl, scratch, do what you got to do. So reach out to whoever you can. So anyway, he's pretty pissed off that nothing was happening until 2 years later. Why weren't charges filed back then? Great point. And that's because law enforcement and DCYF failed. But DCYF states they are proud of how they handled the case, and that usually when a child is placed back into the custody of a family member, they taper off communication. Tapering off means over small bits of time. 2 years. 2 years they failed. That's not tapering off. That's fucking failing. That's completely not doing your job. So don't that interview was bullshit when they said, we have new processes, we handled it properly. No, you didn't. And you didn't. And I do hope that they get reprimanded somehow. I do. All right, so Adam Montgomery has not yet entered a plea, but I don't know if that's true because he waived his arraignment. So that automatically puts you in a plea of not guilty, I believe. But I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure from what I read that you go into an automatic plea of not guilty until the preliminary hearing. And then I guess that you're officially, either charged with enough evidence with the crimes or not. And then you state your plea again. But there's really no update on her outside of them being arrested and him still in jail. But this poor baby was abused beyond imagination. And I feel personally deep within my heart that this is not going to be the happy-go-lucky story that we think or hope for. And all we can do is just pray and hope for her to be returned home. That's all I can say about it. And we do need total reform on welfare and government resources for children with neglect. I mean, there were so many people that could have called. And especially her own mother. And I give her props for doing what she's doing now. However, and I know that she had are you going to pick up Casey? Okay. I'll wrap up. Thank you. My little one is coming home from daycare. Yeah. So many people failed her around her. Neighbors, parents, step-parents, the other family members that have seen her, that know that Adam Montgomery was a criminal, shot some guy in the head over drugs. There was no reason at all for her not to be looked at by the state or law enforcement. Law enforcement was there when she had the black eye. Law enforcement was already there over the dispute between Kevin and Adam about the shitty conditions that they were living in, and nothing was done. So law enforcement, DCYF, you got it coming, and you know that. But I am glad that they're doing everything they can. Oh, a spokesperson for the Department of Health and Human Services did not immediately respond for comment yesterday. So I hope that she's found I really do. Bring her home. So that's all we have on her right now. I wanted to talk about Summer Wells. I found this article that was 43 minutes ago, an hour ago. So about 2 hours ago, I found this and I thought it was very interesting. But let me look at the chat. Didn't the family have question when she wasn't there for Christmas or her birthdays? Exactly. Exactly. Her birthday was June 4th. So to me, that says that at least 6 months into her missing, you would have thought, in 2020, not 2021, in 2020, I would have been asking some questions. It wasn't until a year after that that the mom was really getting into wondering about her and where she was. Having children and parenting is definitely a privilege and not a right. It is your right to take care of them. That's for sure. But your rights can be taken away when you're not taking care of them. Absolutely. All right. So let's talk about Summer Wells. I wanted to keep her on the last end of the live because, honestly, I can't handle all of the crazy stuff that's going on, and this is what they want. The PR behind it and the marketing team behind the Wells regarding Summer. I'm astonished and appalled at the hypocrisy, at the audacity for them to say what they're saying and do what they're doing. And now you have these cute little videos of the beginning of the creator content, and you're just like, we know who's behind that. I mean, it's just textbook. This is textbook red herring bullshit. Ran by a bunch of criminals. It's just ugh. I can't stand it. But I have to laugh. We all have to laugh sometimes at this stupid shit. And Doug from No Thanks makes it. He helps. Especially late at night, I'll go in there and just laugh my ass off at how he makes fun of everything. It's just great. Check out Doug from No Thanks if you haven't. I'm sure everyone has. But I also disagree with some of the shit that he pulls too. When he goes off on these tangents, I can't take it because they are like cutthroat and derogatory. So I had to back away from Doug. But I still support him. He just needs to straighten the fuck up sometimes. Excuse my language. I'm trying to get better at that. All right, so let's look at this Hawkins County report from the Rogersville Review. Okay. New website connects volunteers with Hawkins and Hancock organizations that need help. By Jody Sutherland from Rogersville. Oh, honey, I disagree with myself all the time. In the same sentence. And I go, but anyway, Connections Network. What is Connections Network? Connections Network launched a new volunteer website on January 1st where community members can learn about local organizations and service groups in Hawkins and Hancock County and explore volunteer opportunities. Jody Sutherland, coordinator for the new initiative, says that the website is designed to provide people with easy access to the information they need to support local organizations. The new website, Your Volunteer Connection, put that up in a... Oh, she forgot the www. She put www. Well, that doesn't help me, honey. Oh, Jesus Jones. Jesus, Jose. It's all your fault, Jose. You and Allie. Okay, here we go. Find volunteer opportunities in Hawkins and Hancock County, which I believe Hancock is either above or around Hawkins County. Okay. We are excited to announce the launch of the Volunteer Connection. I think it says something about Summer Wells. I swore it did. I think it said about non-profits, or I swore it said something about Summer Wells. Sorry, my doggies are getting crazy. I swore it said something. Let's see. It did before. Maybe she took it out. Let's see. I think they took it out, guys, I swear, because it said, something about Summer Wells if you want to assist in something regarding it. Not about tips, it was something else. So, that was taken down, I guess. So I don't have anything for you on that, but it was there. I read it. Oh my gosh. Enchanted Life Path, honey. Honey, I love you. I love you. But sometimes those tangents. You see this right here? Summer Wells' birthday is 666 with hidden 33. Oh, honey. Okay. Oh no, a fire at Planned Parenthood in Knoxville ruled arson. Uh-oh, Don, are you in? Is that where? Is he in Knoxville? He won't unwrench you. Did you ask? Oh, yeah, I remember him saying that he wouldn't. No problem, 12. I'm sorry. It was there. There was something there, but nothing on Summer Wells. The Times News, I did notice something about the Times News. The Times News said, which is, I believe, Rogersville, I'm pretty sure, or around there, Hawkins, maybe Wise County. The guy that is friends with Robin, one of the editors there, his coworker, who is also friends with Robin, retired, or is moving to a new newspaper editing company. So he's out, but he made an article, like a last hoorah article. I think his name is Matthew Lane. I don't think that he's related to her. Was it Time News? Yeah. He just says Summer Wells' disappearance top local story of 2021. He was just kind of going over, what was the big top news. And that's it. But he's gone. He's out there. I did investigate to make sure that he wasn't related to her or her husband. But he gone. And it's ironic that the other, I shouldn't be showing y'all this, but I'm petty sometimes, and one of the editors there at Time News, he needs to go through his friends list on Facebook, because baby, they're a little young. I don't mean young, but they're barely 18 young. I'm gonna see if I can find the clips. I'm gonna regret this later. But oh well. I didn't do it. I didn't pick these girls that he was adding. I didn't do that. I did not. Wasn't me. It wasn't me. can't remember what his name is. Andrew. Let me find it. Let me find it. Yeah. Oh, shoot. You know what? Let me just go right here, so I don't have to keep you guys waiting. I'm gonna regret this. Oh, Robin made her shit private, didn't she? Dang it. She did. She gone. Or she blocked me after I made that video about her sharing that stupid ass Benny Keys hypocritical change.org petition. So, no, I can't show you guys. You know what? I'm going to wait until later tonight if you guys want to join so that I can get that together because I have so much shit on my computer. If you join me live tonight, I will show you that beautiful stuff. These girls are what you would call fake troll Facebook accounts, but he had a bunch of them on there. One of Robin's friends, and he works at Times News, the one that we saw. So, be careful what you put out there, you know. Oh, did she deactivate her Facebook for real? Wow. Cat chats. I think Doug right now, I can't speak for him, but I do know that he's probably on his toes about what he does and what he says. A little. It'll drape her off just like it always does. So I'm waiting for the next big blow up and the big anger thing. So that's why I have to be careful, and that's why I backed out of the membership that I had monthly. I stopped it. And I mean no disrespect to him. I'm just not going to be a part of that. It's $2. He's going to be fine. But I just don't appreciate that kind of talk to any woman ever. So. Yeah, yeah. Yep. I think I'll wait for tonight to go over that Facebook stuff, but yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if you can't take the heat, I guess block your Facebook page, but be careful what you put on there in the first place. Like, you're saying her Insta still is, Robin's Insta is up? Yeah. You got to be careful, too, also what you put on here against other people, because I don't want the flying monkeys coming at me, even though they already have, when I posted that video about the hypocritical change.org petition. If you haven't, go check that out. It's in my list of videos, but it's bullshit. Like, how are you going to promote a change.org petition to stop people from monetizing and exploiting missing children when you're doing that? And you are now. Do not believe that these people don't monetize off of the, Summer Wells because they don't take YouTube super chats and super stickers. It's called Cash App. It's called PayPal. It's called Venmo. It's called outside resources that you know damn well they have. And this one particular creator is saying a few days ago that he helps Don move money here and there when needed. Oh, you do? So now you're his financial advisor and manager? Oh, okay. That's cool. I don't get it. And the followers are like, yes, way to go. You're the best voice that I've ever heard of on this channel, on this platform. I really have to stop and think sometimes. These people are different. These people are a little different. That's just gonna say that. No hate, not derogative. They're just a little different. All right, guys, my little one is going to be coming home soon. I am so pleased that I had more than 20 people come onto my live for the first time. I had 21. Woo! So I really appreciate it. I hope that everyone, please like this live and subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more fun lives at night and more serious ones in the morning, because I think that's how it goes on this platform. You have fun at night and let your hair down, and then in the morning you have your coffee and you say all the facts. So I think that that's what I'm going to try to do, because everyone's tired, when they get home from work. They don't want to hear about me droning on about these little things. So, no dice. Cat chats, no dice. Have a great time, Cat Chats. Please go to Cat Chats and subscribe to her channel. It is wonderful. Her and Emma from True Crimes Obsessed is going on a vacay, and I wish you guys so much fun, and you need the relaxation. It's been a hard few months, so have a wonderful time. Again, please like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you later tonight if you join. If not, have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Drink some water.